and praise. Thank you all for coming out today. Today we're here to rally in support of Ohio history. The state of Ohio has passed two different budgets, one by the House and one by the Senate. The Senate has passed a budget that cuts funding to the Ohio Historical Society to $10 million. That is the same funding that we received 15 years ago. The same funding since 1994. And it represents a 26% decrease in funding over the past 2 years. Specifically, the Senate budget slashes $750,000 in funding for the 58 Ohio Historical Society sites and $703,000 in funding for the Society State Outreach Services. These are funds that were restored in the budget passed by the House of Representatives. Keep in mind that none of this is new funding. This is simply returning some of the money that the Senate budget has cut. The Senate budget cuts will eliminate funding for the 58 historical sites under the care of OHS and its local site managers, which may cause some of those sites to reduce their hours or even worse, to close after Labor Day. It will eliminate teacher training and educational programs that leverage federal funding. The $703 slashed from the state outreach services can be used to raise $2.5 million in matching grants, but they need the $703,000 to get that $2.5 million. The budget cuts will also reduce assistance to local historical societies and remove much of the staff support needed to administer the grants program that would be funded by the new History Tax Checkoff program. It will eliminate the National History Day in Ohio. This national program, which is so vital to history for high school students, will be eliminated in the state of Ohio, the state that originated the National History Day program. It will eliminate the ability to coordinate Civil War sesquicentennial activities throughout Ohio. It will severely restrict OHS services beyond those in central Ohio and where we have OHS sites. It will reduce the ability to generate money from non-state revenues such as federal grants, private donations, and it will reduce our ability to earn income. It will reduce our ability to recruit local organizations to manage sites, reduce assistance to resources to local partners that are currently managing some sites, decrease our marketing funds to the sites, and finally it will force us to reduce hours at sites and potentially close historic sites, thus reducing Ohio's access to their historic sites. Act now to save your history. It is not too late to help out, but you have to do it now. The Senate and the representatives are meeting in committee right now to determine the fate of funding for OHS and Ohio history. We need you to contact your local representatives and your state senators and tell them to restore the funding to the OHS State Outreach Program and the OHS Historic Site budget. Plan to attend the Rally for Ohio History on Thursday, June 11th from noon to 1 p.m. at the OHS History Center in Columbus. You can go to saveohiohistory.org to learn more about the budget crisis and what you can do to help. Save our Ohio history for this generation and for future generations of Ohioans. I'm going to ask Christy Rayburn, the director